Hello, humans and pets. Today we are going to be doing the
I don't know where you're going with this.
food.
Okay, I guess that's what we're going to be doing, the food, whatever that means. As you can see, this isn't pre-rehearsed. I never have a clue what he's going to say. I just usually let him try to say whatever he says and then pick up after it. So today, he's so proud of himself. He opened up the
I
thing.
did it.
Yeah. So today we are back to the hut. We came back to the hut. Other than the Detroit style pizza, I don't believe Ryan's even had. He might have had one time when he was younger. We actually had an actual Pizza Hut pizza. But there's been a lot of chatter on Twitter, not really between them, but just at each other, where Papa John's has the new epic stuffed crust, and Pizza Hut just keeps coming back and saying, you can try to be epic, but we're the originals and stuff like that. So I might have had it once, but I can't really remember. It was that long ago.
And I haven't had Pizza Hut in a while.
Other than Detroit style. So this is the original stuffed crust pizza.
We got 3 toppings on it, right?
Yeah.
We got ham, bacon, and Italian sausage.
Yes. So with that, we have had the Papa John's, and we also had Little Caesars, which was his favorite. But we had them so long ago.
Correct.
I can't even remember. But we figured we would try. I know Pizza Hut's doing a $10 tasty meal, but with that, there's like all these stipulations, and depending on what type of crust you get,
it's more money.
$2, $4. But they also had an $11.99 original stuffed crust pizza 3-topping deal, and that's what we ended up getting.
Doing it.
So it costs just over $12.
$12.80.
And you get 3 toppings of your choice.
Yep. We got regular sauce, like the marinara.
Yeah, we kept the tradition.
We got on the outside of the crust, we got Hut's favorite, which is
Hut's. You can change when you do it on the app. You can do like a cheesy garlic or different. They give you choices. So we stayed with the crowd favorite or whatever their original Pizza Hut flavoring normally
and the most popular.
Right. So again, it's going to be really hard to compare it to the other 2 pizzas. Because
we haven't had it.
We haven't had them in so long, but we're gonna try it.
Yes.
And because Ryan's only real Pizza Hut pizza was the Detroit style pizza, which he did not care for.
I wasn't a fan, so let's hope this is good. So
with
it's sealed for our safety.
Yeah. So with that,
you can see it.
On another note,
I messed it up.
The app worked flawlessly.
Yes.
We ordered it.
Curbside.
We did curbside.
And the guy walked out pretty fast.
Within like a 5-minute period, we said we were here and they brought the pizza out. So that worked out very good. We'll see. I don't know.
Don't make fun of my pizza skills.
He's turning this into a job trying to open a pizza box. I don't know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I'll come show you. Bacon, ham, and Italian sausage. It looks like this. Looks pretty good. Oh.
Okay. Come on, Ryan.
I'm gonna drop it.
I want to see. Does it even have air bubbles? I
don't see a lot.
Get them. Look a week. All right. Let's do it like this so we can actually see. No, it actually looks really good.
Mm-hmm. So let's try it.
Well, then grab a piece.
Or what you grab first?
It doesn't matter, Ryan.
I'll let you
grab
choose.
the one right next to me.
Okay, and I'll grab this one.
It definitely has. Did you zoom in enough?
I'll show you
for the seasoning on the crust. It definitely has a lot of.
So this is the Hut's favorite seasoning.
Yeah.
Here is the pizza slice itself. Has a generous amount of toppings, I would say. Here's the stuffed crust.
Well, you go with generous. Well, now you picked what? Ham and sausage.
Ham, bacon, and sausage.
I guess that's what because it doesn't look. I'm so used to seeing pepperoni. And I'm like, there's no pepperoni, but I forgot you picked ham.
Yeah.
So it looks different on the pizza.
No pepperoni.
So it doesn't look like a extra most bestest.
Well, ham on pizza is good.
So we're gonna try it.
So let's taste it.
We'll say the crust is super soft.
Correct.
And it's a big crust with plenty of cheese. Did you show them the cheese on the inside?
Okay.
All right, let's give it a try.
I'm not that big of a fan of ham, but pizza ham is good.
Well, it's funny when you said that on the ride, saying that you wanted ham. We had a whole discussion on how Ryan likes he likes Hawaiian, but he doesn't like pineapple on a pizza.
No,
I said that's the whole point of Hawaiian. It's
I like the
nasty
pineapple
pork.
on the pizza. I just don't like how the pineapple takes all the flavor and puts it into the pizza.
Which is the whole reason I don't like pineapple on my pizza.
I
Because the juice covers everything, and all you taste is pineapple. And that's the whole reason why I don't like it. It overtakes everything. So, anyways, this isn't a Hawaiian.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like ham on pizza. It's good. Not flimsy, it's not like drooping. A lot of places have that issue. Toppings are good. It's pretty good.
All right, I was just waiting for your assessment.
Okay.
My assessment is ham definitely changes the taste between ham and pepperoni.
Oh, definitely.
It makes definitely a different flavor. My only complaint, and I'm going to say complaint because it is a complaint, is
The sauce.
I have like almost no sauce. Like I'm going to peel this up and show you. And I'm actually shocked at this because this is more of a Domino's thing than a...
Pizza.
Again, I don't eat Pizza Hut, so I didn't expect this, but I took 2 bites, and while you were talking, I actually peeled it up to see if there was even sauce under there. There is so little sauce, I can barely even taste that there's any in there.
Correct. It's sort of dry because of it.
It is dry because of it. I will also say, what I do remember of, say, Little Caesars is their crust is like super buttery.
Yes.
I don't taste
Which does
any
not-
flavoring
and
on
it
the bottom
doesn't
of my pizza.
Help because there's no sauce. So it's kind of dry. You just have the cheese. I like ham on it because I like ham on the pizza.
Oh, I'm not blaming the ham. The
But
ham definitely, it just changes the flavor.
It alters it a little bit. It's less salty and spicy and more sweet.
Well, yeah, because you get the pepperoni and it gets... Hold on a minute. Sorry, my dog's getting weird. So that doesn't work.
Oh my goodness. And there's a scary bug.
So, with that, like you can't even see. Like normally, if you take a piece of pizza like this, you can see the sauce underneath the cheese. And I'm not gonna say it's a bad piece of pizza. This wouldn't win.
No.
You know what I mean? Like if we were gonna do a competition.
Pizza itself. Now, I remember when we had the Little Caesar stuffed crust, I was all for it.
When we're talking actual stuffed crust, this stuffed crust
Looks-
is bigger and it looks better. We haven't tried it yet.
Taste it.
We haven't tried it yet. But as far as the actual the pizza itself, there is so little sauce on this. Like you almost need a dipping sauce with this because it's very dry. It really is.
Good taste, but it's not pleasant to eat.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not good. Let's
not,
put it that
yeah.
way. Yeah, it's certainly not the best piece of pizza I ever had.
Now I'm hoping there's no
Which is
salt
kinda
in
disappointing.
the cheese in the stuffed
Because
crust.
this is probably the most expensive one we've had.
Correct.
Even though we got it for a deal. Although Papa John's, I think, is still $12 for their epic stuffed crust. But they had a sauce on theirs, I remember. But that was like
Little
45
Caesars
meals
is a lot
ago.
cheaper for a stuffed crust pizza. Maybe
I
not.
think it's
maybe
$11
not 3
for that.
topping,
Yeah.
but for just the stuffed crust.
Now, just to smell their stuffed crust part.
I'm getting
They have-
it really like heavy. It really feels like an Olive Garden breadstick.
Because you got the Parmesan cheese on the top.
It's the same like texture. I hope it's not like
It's very soft and it
Yeah.
looks good, so I'm gonna try it. But you got the Parmesan and herbs on the top. So
oh my god.
you're gonna get the cheese melts. It was probably solid when it was original.
Correct. I'm just pointing it out.
I will say it's a very good tasting cheese.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I love the herbs that they put on this. They should have put that on the pizza dough itself. And this
Correct.
probably would be a dynamite
All
pizza.
this is missing is butter.
Mm-hmm. The stuffed crust part of this pizza is dynamite.
Correct.
It is very good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It tastes really good.
Yeah, that's nice mozzarella cheese in
The
there.
cheese is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Chewy. It's soft, but it lacks like a butter or some sort of like sauce. That's really what it's missing. It reminds me of the stuffed crazy bread, but a little bit worse. That's what I'm gonna
Well,
say.
and it's funny because what I did remember of the one time I think I did have it, because I remember we went to Pizza Hut and you were small, and I remember saying, I gotta get a stuffed crust pizza. And your co-star was like, I don't want. We ended up getting one. And I remember it being uber buttery. Like it was glistening because it was buttery. This one doesn't have that glaze.
No.
Doesn't even have that buttery taste that like Little Caesars had when we eat it.
Correct.
I do love the garlic and herbs they put
Little
on it,
Caesars
though.
being filled. I don't remember the whole.
Little Caesars, if I remember correctly, was tiny.
But it was a stick of cheese.
But the crust itself was small.
Now let me try another piece of pizza. If you even look at this piece, there is no sauce visible at all.
No, that's my drawback. I'm gonna try this little one. I was gonna take the
That's not the sauce. That's like the meat.
No, honestly, like if you lift up in pizza lovers
See?
around, look at you can't even see sauce in the middle.
Let me peel up the cheese. I can't peel up the cheese because it's
Yeah,
bread.
this is a perfect. Look at this.
Here is the sauce.
Here is the lack up. Look at this. Look at my piece.
Yeah.
I'm down to
That's a good
the
piece.
stuff. This is how little sauce, so that if someone is watching and they think we're nitpicking, I mean there's none up there. My first couple bites in the middle, I'm like, I don't even taste sauce. And then when you get back here, there's so minute amount of sauce on there. It's not even significant taste throughout
And
the
they just
whole.
put the cheese to cover it.
That's
I'd rather
actually-
them put sauce
actually
and little
disappointing.
cheese than cheese and little sauce because it's like they're hiding it.
And you're coming from someone as a kid. When I first could get my own pizza, I would order it like a pepperoni pizza with extra sauce, extra cheese, because I like the sauce part of it. Like
Yeah,
that to me-
I think I'd get extra sauce because I like it. It's
well,
messy, but it adds more of a flavor.
it was a rebellion thing. I didn't want just a regular one because I was finally paying for my own thing. So I'm like, I'm getting extra whatever I want, And but this is almost dry. When it is like when I took that
it
first
is
bite,
dry.
there was absolutely no
It is
in the
dry.
middle of this whole pizza. There's like no sauce. It looks like they took like one little ladle, and that's surprising.
Definitely sad.
What's sad is my underlying intention of buying this pizza was to sway you off of not so much Little Caesars, but just to show you how good other places are. And this doesn't even compare. Like, this isn't even as good as them.
Now, for instance,
I
I peeled it back. This is the cheese that's in the stuffed crust. It looks more like a mayo. There's not that much cheese in this piece. There's significantly less in the first one, which is inconsistent.
Right.
Because the other one at least.
But you're
still
going to get a
was
melt factor.
Correct.
And it's going to pool where it pools when it solidifies. So you're going to have that. I will only give them that. What they did with the crust was good compared to the rest of the pizza. But I think it's even still lacking. I want to say Papa John's, because not only with Papa John's was it, if what I remember, and you're probably going back 50 videos ago. We did that like right in the beginning when that first came out. and which is surprising. We actually have a generous amount of videos out there. I was scrolling through the library the other day, and I'm like, wow, we did a lot of videos. And
it was like one a day for like a month.
Yeah, no, we've had quite a few. But you go back all the way back to the Papa John one. They at least have the garlic butter. So if I wanted to dip it in, you know what I mean?
They give you the peppercini or whatever. You get no sauce on this one. Now, when you're buying a stuffed crust pizza, you're not buying it for the stuffed crust, right? The original stuffed crust. You're buying it for the pizza with stuffed crust.
Right.
You know, it's so that way the crust isn't as boring, right? Now, imagine this pizza without the stuffed crust.
Right.
Now, you're buying a pizza for the pizza. You don't want stuffed crust.
They did that, though.
I would not order this as a regular pizza, and I would not order this as a stuffed crust pizza.
They did that when Papa John's first came out. That's why I said we can do this, Ryan, because they're kind of battling right now. Because when Papa John's first came out and started advertising their epic stuffed crust pizza, Pizza Hut come out and said, yeah, well, we're the originators. And then out of spite, they turned around and they made just the stuffed crust. But it only came out in like Dallas and one other state where you could just buy the ring. And on the newscast, they were like, but what if I want the rest of the pizza too? But you could only buy like just the stuffed crust, which that's people's favorite part. But you should still enjoy the pizza. Which I am, you know what? I always kind of looked at, and you can dispute me if you're wrong, and I know one of Ryan's friends, this is supposedly his favorite chain, but I always looked at Pizza Hut not so much as a fast food pizza place, but like when they first came out, they were like, whoa, Pizza Hut. You know, like I looked at them as like above like the local places. This is disappointing.
I don't know what happened to them.
This is disappointing. And again, leave a comment down below. It could very well be we got a bad cook today, and that's it. And, you know, and that happens. But we can only review what we receive. You know what I mean? You know, if they burnt it or they did something, it is what it is. You served it. So you served it with no sauce. I mean, we showed you there's no sauce. So, I don't know.
There might be a little sauce. You can't taste it.
There's so little sauce, you can almost say there's no sauce. Like, I mean, I showed them. I mean, that piece right there, eating the pizza part, tasted like similar to eating the crust part because there was so little sauce on the pizza part. And don't get me wrong, we're eating it. It's not horrible, but me personally, I'm disappointed because I really did want you to like say, secretly in my own head, like, wow, this is really better than all the other ones. And it's not. It's not.
The stuffed crust, right? Great. But crazy bread is better.
Even, and I'm going to eat one more, and I shouldn't, but I'm going to try one more. I'm going to just try to see if there's actual sauce on this one piece. We got to get lucky somewhere. But... No? But, again, you can't even see. Like, you can't even... It's actually to the point... You know what this reminds me of?
A letdown?
This is the sticks on the pizza and sticks without flavor. Because the sticks were dynamite in Little Caesars.
So the sticks and slices were delicious.
Yeah, but they didn't have sauce on the sticks. So this tastes like the sticks minus all that... ooey gooey buttery deliciousness.
Yeah, all the butter, all the garlic,
yeah.
all the cheese.
This is
well,
like
there is cheese, I guess, but all the flavoring.
But it didn't have the sauce. This is just a dry stick.
What it is it's you take a piece of bread and you put cheese on it and you don't grill it. You just eat soggy bread with cheese.
This whole piece. Now see, look, I'm finally Look at where I bit. I didn't get any sauce up until now, and now I'm finally.
Show 'em.
But there's such, like even, like I hadn't got any sauce. You can see how it's still dry up here, and then finally, I'm getting a. Oop, Finn's getting food that I'm dropping on the floor. I'm finally getting a tiny little bit of sauce.
See, the stuffed crust part is good. I'm not going to say it's the best stuffed
It's
crust
not.
I've ever had.
It's not.
because
It's just
the
good.
cheese is dry, and it's really just the whole thing is dry. But at least you're getting cheesy bread at the end of it, right? But
Oh, it beats regular crust, hands down. This beats hands down.
I think if the regular crust had sauce, the regular crust would be better. Right?
But the part of the crust, the reason I don't like crust on a pizza, because it doesn't have a sauce.
Correct.
So, this with the cheese in it is good. The reason why, to me, Papa John's and Little Caesars are better is because Papa John's I remember it being somewhat buttery, but they actually give you a thing of garlic butter.
Yes.
That you can dip it in.
And then Little Caesars, even though they're known as their cheap pizza, and
yeah,
people look
delicious.
at them as a cheap pizza,
Yeah.
so you think you're going to be eating and tasting a cheap pizza, they put the sauce and the cheese right to the line, right to the crust. And then the crust has beautiful buttery flavoring.
Yeah, and I remember we seen it, like, their crust isn't as thick as this one is. It was a lot smaller.
Yes.
But they still had the cheese in there, and and like you said, it wasn't as thick, but it was still there.
It wasn't a thick crust.
but it had sauce like on the
It had
edges.
the
So
sauce
when you
on
were
the
trying
edge,
to bite
and
it,
the best part was that the cheese, it wasn't melty. It stayed as a cheese. So that way you didn't feel like, oh man, this is hollow. You know, it was actually a thing of cheese.
But the good thing with them is their whole pizza. And again, like my brother said, he used to hate it. You know what I mean? He just said it was bad pizza, and I don't know if they changed or if just our pizza place is really good with them.
Yeah.
But their whole pizza has like a butter glaze on it. Like it really does have that garlic butter flavor.
Oh, definitely.
Throughout the whole thing. Where
It's not overpowering.
this is really good, and I love the Parmesan cheese, and I like the hot flavoring that they have on
The
it.
stuff on the crust doesn't change it too much.
But it could use a little more butter on the outside.
And all the spices on the outside, it's like little cheese and I think it was mint. I tasted mint.
No.
That might be the soap on my hands.
Yes, it's probably parsley.
Probably. But there wasn't enough to really change the taste of it for me.
It is a good cheese on the inside, though. I gotta
The
give them
cheese
that.
is very high
it's
quality,
a good,
I guess.
it's a good mozzarella cheese.
But
I gotta say.
if we're ranking not the crust but the whole pizza, this is really bad. For a pizza, this is really disappointing.
I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna say it's really bad. It's just not really good.
I don't think it's good. It's just the dryness.
Yeah.
I love cheese, but give me sauce too. Keep the amount of cheese you put on. Just add sauce.
The difference is if sorry, I swallowed wrong. If while you were eating the pizza, you could have the sauce. So then when you get to the crust and just the cheese, the dryness would be fine.
See, it's that dry that he's coughing.
Yeah, I swallowed wrong.
Make sure you have a drink while eating this. That's what I'm saying.
But the fact that the whole thing is sauceless, it's almost too. It is too dry, plain and simple. Like it is. And at first I was like, well, the ham really changed the taste, and it does. It changes the flavor.
Yes, and
But
I personally
there was
like
something that was weird about it,
and it's because there's no sauce.
and that's
the
what it
thing
was.
That's weird.
Because
It's a massive I Spy game. You never know what you're gonna get with pizza.
No. Okay, yes, okay. You smell it? Yeah, you want some. Okay. But that's the funny thing with my dog likes to suck the breath out of you and then he'll give up.
He
Okay.
loves it.
So with that, it's the same thing like if you've ever had a pizza with a white sauce, or like when we had it was hard to tell, but when we had the cheese sauce on the pretzel pizza,
That was good.
it changes the whole dynamic of the pizza. It was not good because it was covered in cheese.
Well,
but, covered in salt.
If there was no salt.
But it does change the taste, and I don't mind it once you figure out what it is. But this one,
The thing, they're not
It's
changing the
just-
taste because
no.
of a different sauce
No.
or something unique. It's just none. There's no sauce, and that makes the pizza dry. It makes it less tasty, right? Because that's the whole reason why they put sauce on a pizza to begin with, is to
Yeah.
add the taste, and the sauce. And it also kind of lowers the calories.
This
I
was a
guess. I don't
huge
know.
disappointment. And it's we haven't had pizza in a while. And
This doesn't make me want to go get more from.
And
Pizza
I had said to him, I really thought he was going to eat it and be like, "Wow, this is better than one of the ones we've had in a long time." Because we haven't had it in a while. And I kept saying, and he's like, "No, we'll go do this. No, we'll go do that." And this is disappointing. It really is.
Yeah.
It does. I agree with you. It doesn't make me want to go back to Pizza Hut anytime soon. I mean, if they have something new, we'll definitely go back. But
the cheese is good. It's good cheese. The crust is decent. It's okay.
it was a well-made pizza.
No. There's no sauce.
No. I mean, like look-wise, like it looked
Oh,
decent.
it looks great.
Yeah.
You can see it all. You see the little.
It's
tiny
deceiving
pieces of
too because
bacon.
it doesn't. I mean, when you put the pepperoni on it, it looks like it's covered. There's a generous amount of ham and bacon and stuff like that on it, like with the flakes.
But it's not enough to
It doesn't
I
count.
got a piece of bacon. I can't even tell there's bacon on this.
No, you can't.
I could not.
You
Because
can't.
they're so small. They're like bacon bits. Like, here's a little bacon chunk.
No.
Oh, no, that's ham.
That's
oh,
ham.
man.
No. And in all reality, like you can't even tell, like that.
Is this the bacon?
No, it's ham. So quit picking it off all the pieces. They're all ham. You
Well,
can't
where's
even
the
tell.
bacon?
I don't even know if there's bacon on it at this point. But that's the difference between certain places too. Is I remember one time I helped one of my buddies move, and when we moved to, they had this pizza, and there's actually chunks of different meats on the pizza. And that's the different styles of pizza. Whether you get the Greek pizza or you get that stuff like that. But overall, out of all the pizzas, all the pizza parlors, all the local ones, whether they be Greek or Portuguese or whatever it is, this is highly disappointing.
Unless they serve like chicken pizza and it's raw, or they bone a pizza, this is kind of hard to beat. Or it's kind of it's hard to not beat.
Yeah, at this point, I think we can go get a Domino's one and it would probably beat it. And I didn't think Domino's could
I
beat
could go
anyone.
to the store, buy a microwavable one, and it would taste 10 times better than that.
I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised and disappointed that
For the price.
that it came. And they're not. It wasn't outrageous because we got a deal.
It would be. That's even more sad. If there wasn't a deal, I wouldn't be getting this. But more importantly, it was good. It wasn't great. I would say it's a little bit worse than good. It's like.
It's funny because originally
it's
I
below
had
average.
said, but it ended up being only like the 3 local places around us that were doing the stuffed crust pizza. Because I said, we've kind of had them all except for this one. And I was going to I said, like if we had at least 4, I was going to do like a head-to-head, and whoever wins, we were going to do a head-to-head, and then, winner-take-all type of deal. Who's got the best pizza to try to, have a competition.
We already know the loser.
We don't even have to do that. You know what I mean? Because this one was disappointing. And it's sad because their stuffed crust part wasn't bad. I don't think it was the best one that we've had.
But it
wasn't
definitely
bad.
wasn't bad.
But
it was really good.
You still got to make a pizza. And
Yeah.
you got to put sauce on a pizza. That's all.
If you're a pizza place, first work on making the pizza, and then adding stuff to it, like stuffed crust.
Yeah.
Don't
Because I don't think Domino's makes a stuffed crust, so that's why we ruled out the whole idea of trying to... I don't think they have one. Well, I was going to do it with pan pizzas, too. We were going to try to debate the deep dish or the pan pizza and stuff like that.
Now, it's funny, because the last Pizza Hut item we had, the Detroit style pizza, was also dry.
I never, and
So I don't know if that's just like a trend that I'm seeing.
And maybe it is.
They add a ton of cheese,
Yeah.
and they don't add enough sauce.
But that was because the Detroit, they just did a strip of sauce down the middle.
Correct. But this was supposed to be sauce on the whole thing.
This one they didn't
and
sauce
there
at
wasn't
all.
even a strip of sauce down the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have asked for the sauce on top so we could see it. Then they would hide the cheese. There wouldn't be enough cheese.
I honestly, and again, I can't really say that all the other, because I can count on one hand how many times I've had Pizza Hut pizza. Other than when my sister used to work there and she'd bring us one home when she'd get out of work or something. You know what I mean? Like, I could count on one hand how many times I bought one. And so me, personally, I was looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I really was. Like, throughout the day, I was like, ah, good, you know. And then and secretly, I was hoping he'd be like, no, this is a lot better than the other ones we've had. And honestly, it wasn't. It just wasn't as much as I want to every once in a while. And again, I've been waiting for Little Caesars to come out with something new because they were on a roll there for a while. We were like the Little Caesar review.
It was
and now
Cheeser, which was one of our very first reviews ever.
yeah, they had a string there. And they got this thin crust one, which was good.
Was it our first review?
I don't know if it was the first review or not. But no, actually it wasn't because we did the spicy lo mein noodle, the hot ramen that I think was the very first one we did.
We'd have to go back.
But which that was actually really good. I bought a hot sauce bottle of that. Go back and don't watch that one if you've seen it. Somebody might not have made that challenge.
But I think I could now, but
I'd like to see you. I think we still might have one in there that
eventually we'll go back to it.
I'd like to see you try just to see if you can eat the rest of it.
Maybe in the future.
You know, it's a fun time. If you want to see that, go back and watch we have a couple spicy ones, but the original
was superior.
Spicy hot.
Kind of like how Little Caesars is superior to this.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I definitely, without going back and trying it, I would definitely give it to Little Caesars over there. Just for their crust alone is buttery and delicious. This one was dry. It was dry.
Yeah.
I was choking, but it wouldn't go down. But you know.
Yeah, if you're gonna get this, it wasn't terrible. I would give it a try just for the stuffed crust, but I would definitely have a drink.
And again, we can't really knock Pizza Hut per se as much as whoever made this obviously must have drank the other ladle full of sauce that he was supposed to put on there because it didn't make it on our pizza.
Maybe they ran out of sauce.
Maybe, and he was too lazy to go in the fridge and get some more
sauce.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. So that is our review of the original stuffed crust pizza. What I remember of the epic stuffed crust pizza, it was much better.
Yes, and
I actually think the toppings were more plentiful on there. I remember it being a little more money than everybody else, but I do remember Papa John's. What I do remember of it was I remember going, "This is pretty good pizza."
Yeah,
like I remember it being good, and
if you're just getting it for the crust, skip it and go get stuffed crazy bread. Like if you want stuffed,
you know, honestly.
And you don't want the pizza.
Even the crust, and it's on the dry side. Like you can hit it before you put the seasoning on. All you literally have to do is you have the melted butter. You take a little paintbrush that they have, swirl it around the outside, and then hit it with the seasoning. And if they did that, it's not glistening at all.
If they did that, they did a bad job.
Yeah, because you don't have that buttery taste. You have that nice creamy taste from the delicious mozzarella they put on the inside, but you don't have that buttery taste. A little garlic butter on this would have made it stand out.
There's no garlic either. I would have liked to see garlic. They have a garlic butter thing
for the crust,
but it wasn't the most popular recommended original one.
Right. We just went with the original one, but that was just the crust seasoning. Toppings. Correct. Yes. But Little Caesars doesn't give you 4 choices, and they just make it delicious. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Yeah. So, I mean, was this better than a regular pizza? Yes, because of the crust I didn't mind eating. You know what I mean?
But the pizza itself, definitely not.
But the pizza was not, because it needed sauce.
No, it was very dry.
And that's why when Grampy eats his pizza, he always gets a thing of sauce on the side so you can dip your crust, because that's always the most boring part, you know? So
you need, like, a whole tub of sauce to pour on the pizza.
Yeah, which we do have an open jar of marinara downstairs.
And we're going to probably be using it.
We'll have to put it on there when we eat it next time. Yeah. So, you know, that being said, you know, I'm not going to give it, you know, hopefully it's just our place. But I'm not even going to tell people to go get it because it is disappointing. You know, not the $12 is a lot, but
it's a lot.
It's just, I'm more dissatisfied than satisfied eating this.
There's a few things that are cheaper than this, which is about the same amount of food. I would say the TGI Fridays fry thing, the nachos that we've done recently.
Yeah, no, right.
The nachos, I would get either of those over this pizza instantly.
This was a disappointment. It really was. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way to put. It wasn't a bad pizza. And look, we have 2 pieces left. We ate most of it, but again, we're starving. That's why we ate it.
At least the app,
But
it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like when apps are like right before you're about to check out, they make the cancel button so small, and they make the order now button so big, and it's like, would you like the boneless wings with it for $8?
Yeah,
and it's like
worked.
cancel,
Yeah.
and it's like, did I hit okay? You know, it's just
everything about it worked except for the product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, I was secretly hoping that Ryan was going to fall in love with it. Not that I want to drive all the way to pizza, because Little Caesars is our closest pizza. Well, our local pizza place is our closest pizza place.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to have him that in his mind, you know, like it's not the only pizza in town. But honestly, this one doesn't work. This one didn't work.
Let's hope that next time when they have something new or something interesting,
Yeah.
it's not dry.
Mika boy. Yeah. No, this was
He's
sauceless.
a good boy.
This was sauceless for sure. So, all right, we went on long enough. So, you know, like and subscribe if you haven't. You know, if you've been watching these and you haven't subscribed, shame on you. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button.
Subscribe to the channel.
You know, more people that like it.
Yeah.
You know, you know, rumor has it the more YouTube will promote us. So let's try to get some likes out there and definitely leave comments.
Yes, leave more
because
comments.
again, you know, we have a couple things. You know, but
we'd rather make content that you want to watch.
Absolutely. You know, again,
content that we want to make.
Right. So, you know,
we
your
wanna make
favorite
anything.
meal at your favorite place might be something we've never tried. And that's what I like anyway. So, you know,
That's what we did
or it might
recently.
be something that you've never had, but you've always wanted to try and you just don't have the guts to try it. So just let us know and, you know, maybe we can.
Anything
and
but stinky fish.
And honestly, well, yeah, the stinky fish we're going to have to hold off on. But I know one of my buddies had threatened the 1 chip challenge, and I'm not above that. I've done it
we'll do
before,
it.
and, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, again, leave a comment down below for, you know, if there's something you do want to see. I did see a couple, my sister-in-law sent me a couple unique things that were in the supermarket. So next time I go, I'm going to try to see if we can
Yeah,
come
we're
up
going to do
with...
more supermarket.
Come up with something, some of the new items that are popping up that we can try them and
Or
review them and
unique.
give them a try. Just something different.
Like
you know.
we did the Pringles one.
Yeah, if I see something that's new, that's just coming out, I'll give it a try anyways. But again, you know, leave a comment down below. It's only going to help us in the future. And, you know, even if it's a nasty comment. So if it makes us better, you know, it's all good. And,
Want better lighting? Say it.
you know, that being said,
Go eat pizza.
just not this pizza. All right, hope you enjoyed the review.